Ladies and gentlemen, the Miami Dolphins have won 4 straight games after absolutely obliterating the rival New York Jets. Now, usually I don't do this, but I got to call out you Jets fans who commented on our videos. I see you. I see you talking shit. We won 34-10. Why are you still talking shit? Your team hasn't won anything in 3 decades.
I know.
Cut it out. Absolutely ridiculous, but I'm so happy with this team right now. We're going to get into it. This might be the most positive show we've ever done.
I think it will be.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 305 Gridiron. We are on the victory deck for the 4th straight week. I absolutely can't believe it. The Miami Dolphins absolutely take it to the New York Jets. We were up 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. I can't remember the last time we scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, Josh.
I can't either. I mean, maybe the 71 point or whatever it was game against Denver.
Yeah,
was that 2 years ago?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was absolutely a pleasure to go back and watch this game. Of course, it's the first game this year I haven't been able to watch live, right?
Mm.
And it's the first game that we really dominated a division opponent. And I'm like, and you guys were texting me, and then Taylor goes, "This is the game you choose to not watch
of all
live."
games, this is the one. You know what? I think we found the formula. You just can't watch any more games.
I can't watch games live. Oh man. I loved going back to watch this one though. I knew the score, obviously. I knew some of the positives from the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically enough, our group chat is a lot quieter during positive games than negative games.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because all we do is bitch at each other. It's therapy.
It is therapy. It is therapy.
So when there's nothing to be therapy, no need for therapy. We just shut up and watch football.
I mean, this game isn't without its criticisms. I can always find a criticism. But I think overall, Mike McDaniel finally, right? And it took us weeks to realize that he actually is committing to this change in offense. Because, truthfully, we don't trust him. Because we've seen him change for a game before and then go right back the next game.
Yeah, it was always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Right.
Yeah.
But it seems official at this point. We are running offense now.
Thank God.
We play good defense, and we run the ball.
Yep.
And it's the complete opposite of the team that he built the first 3 years of his tenure here. Right? He built a team that was Ferraris and snowstorms, as Josh likes to put it. And he's slowly moving that team over to a Jeep in a snowstorm.
Yes.
We are running the ball.
Wrangler life, baby.
We are playing defense, right? We are doing everything that we know we should be doing to protect the quarterback. And I think that's the ultimate realization that I want to talk about today. And I know we'll get into instant reactions in a second. Mike has realized what Tua is.
And isn't.
Yep. He has gotten past his original mojo of hyping Tua up to be something he isn't. And now, I'll give it to him, a blind squirrel could see what Tua is right now.
True.
This man, I think Omar Kelly said that it looks like he aged 5 years out there between seasons. And, buddy, I think that's good, right?
I mean, is it fair to say that Tua's an average game manager at best? That admittedly has some very spectacular throws from time to time, but as on average is a very mediocre game manager at this point.
And it's what a lot of Dolphins fans have been saying since day one, right? I think that there's 2 types of fans. There's the eternal optimists, and I know many people will be surprised by me saying this, but you and I are both eternal optimists when it comes to this team. Now, I know that I have earned somewhat of a reputation, Josh. I don't know if you've noticed this, as being a bit of a pessimist towards the team this season.
Well,
I
when the
think
shoe
it's
fits.
I think I'm just tired of this same old, right?
Well,
Like,
but to be fair to you, where there's smoke, there's fire, and there needs to be accountability, right?
that's the thing, is that I am an eternal optimist with the team, but I'm not above being realistic with it.
Mm.
Like, if I see that the team has been doing the same thing 4 years in a row and it hasn't worked 4 years in a row, thank you, Gator. I'm gonna call them out on it, though.
Yeah, no, rightfully
4
so.
years of beating your head against the wall and not getting anything from it deserves criticism, but not right now. Right now, this coaching staff has done wonders over the past 5 to 6 weeks, because I know we had a bye week in there, and stuff. And I don't know what changed. I don't. The roster hasn't changed.
Well,
The coaching staff, I guess, has just made adjustments.
Well, when your ass is on fire because your seat is hot, I mean, it spurs changes, right? I mean, I'm sorry. Like,
let's call it him.
Like, at a certain point, Mike McDaniel thought his job, because he got an extension. He got, they fired the GM, so the onus was put on to Chris Greer, rightfully so. And he seemingly said, okay, like, I'm safe. And then we struggled a little bit, albeit in wins. And you could see, at least from my perspective, and this is maybe just me interpreting it the wrong way or the right way or somewhere in the middle, but you could see him change that mentality. Like, oh, wait a minute. Oh shit, I'm actually still playing for my job. I'm being held accountable. I need to win to keep my job. And you saw, to what we talked about last week, he is coaching around Tua. It's that simple.
It's amazing to me that it took him that long to realize his job was on the line. But at least he did. And I'm super happy with where we are right now. I think the team is generally very fun to watch. It's not as fun as the kind of Greatest Show on Turf replica that we were trying to do a few years ago.
Yep.
But winning is always more fun to watch than not winning.
There you go.
And we had our hesitations, as did our chat, about this game being potentially a trap game with a team that had been playing decently well. At least we thought they had been playing well. Turns out Atlanta's just really bad at football.
So are the Jets.
And so are the Jets.
And to be fair,
yeah. To be fair,
this is the only silver lining or thing I will toss in their direction. They were playing a third string rookie quarterback. So, but
they started with Tyrod.
They had Tyrod for fucking 5 plays.
Hey, we scored 21 points by the time Cook came in.
I know. And then we did. Yeah, I know.
And that special teams kind of, had a rough one. Listen, speaking of the chat, though, let's get into it, because our boys are cooking in the chat today. Yes. I'm not going to go all the way back in time. You guys were having a nice little chat before we went live.
Yeah, we were chopping it up pre-show all over the place.
Yeah, so if you ever want to chop it up pre-show with us, we're here. Josh is typically here 15 to 20 minutes early. I am here 2 minutes before we press the button.
You're raising another human being.
That's okay.
So,
he takes a little bit of time. That's all. That's all. Koza, welcome to the show, buddy. I am letting them know. You don't come into our comments talking shit and then get beat down like that. It's been 10 years since the Jets have won anything, according to Gator.
I think that was 10 years since we scored 3 touchdowns.
Oh,
I think that's what it was.
Bad. Abel, what's up, buddy? Welcome back to the show.
What's up, buddy?
He's driving right now, so he'll be in and out, but be safe out there.
Yes.
Jorge, as always, dude, welcome back. Check out
the legend himself, Jorge.
Absolutely. Jorge also has a YouTube channel, Sports Night with Jorge. So go check it out.
Spectacular. Go check it out.
We do not stream at the same time, so you can catch both of us. It's possible. Who else is in here with us tonight?
We got True Blazer. We got True.
You guys keep it true.
We got Blake.
I love it. I already said hi to Costa. I'll say hi to Costa again. Where you at? There he is.
Costa was singing before show. He was singing all over the place.
Yeah, let's go find that. We'll put it up. Here he is. Look at this. Costa's singing.
Yep.
Costa's pumped. Blake is here.
Yeah, Blake, check your email.
Blake.
Check your email from us.
Yeah, I fully expect he won't say another comment for the next 30 minutes because he forgot he put our show on. But he's here. He's here. Versus Houston was the last time we scored 21 in the first. Wow. 10 years. I wonder what that Houston team looked like. Yikes. JJ Watt was on it, I bet. Bet he was. All right, let's get into our instant reactions here, my friend. I'm going to let you go first on this. It's very fresh for me, so I will be able to kind of respond and reply to whatever you say.
Yeah, key takeaways, right? Let's jump right into them.
You want to? I was going to do instant reactions first.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Instant reactions. That's how we normally do, but I don't know.
That's good. I kind of thought we just did instant reaction, but instant reactions to the game. Yeah. My game, I thought this game showed everything I have been praying to see from this team. This is the type of football that I can start to really get behind and that I have started to crave, which is run first, good offensive line play, put your big uglies in, put helmets to chests, and kind of get through things. Let your running backs set up the pass as opposed to your passing offense, which is good at times, questionable on most. Let it supplement the running game as opposed to the running game supplementing the passing game, because and I'm just going to blindly ask you, where are our best players on offense?
The running back position.
There you go. So what have we been saying all year? Give the ball to your best players. Yeah. If your best players are your wide receivers, I understand. Then let's pass first. That is not the case.
No.
One of the best players in the NFL happens to be on our team and happens to be in the running back position, or in the running back room. And I have absolutely enjoyed watching us run it down people's throats, because people can't figure out how to stop it. Because right when they start putting too many in the box, we play action to our tight end, which then backs them off. And then we just start it all over again. Look at what Jaylen Wright had. I mean, we'll talk about him later, but Jaylen Wright had a fucking welcome to the NFL game, which was spectacular to see. And I thought Tua did exactly what we needed him to do.
Yeah. I was honestly, when I was watching, I was truly annoyed to see Jaylen Wright running it so much over Ollie. By the end, I was obviously no longer very annoyed because he had a blow up game. We finally got to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So I was pretty pumped by it. I think he obviously doesn't have the explosiveness of Achane, right? But you had texted us at one point saying he was running like Marshawn, and I was like, finally though, right? Because that's what we expected him to be. He ran a 4.38 or some shit like that at the combine. And it's like, use that with your size and your strength and run people Wright over.
There was one play that Jaylen Wright ran where he initiated the contact. It was on an outrun, an outside run. He initiated the contact, put his helmet into the guy's chest, kept turning his feet. The guy bounced off of him, and then he put his arm up and stiff-armed him into the ground into a Heisman pose, and then kept running for another 4 or 5 yards. It was, Jaylen Wright is somebody that I've loved since we drafted him out of Tennessee, and I know he fell, due to injury, he fell behind Ollie Gordon, and rightfully so. I thought Ollie Gordon was the better runner this year, and still is. But Jaylen Wright has talent, and you saw it. You saw it this game.
Yeah. Hey, welcome to the show, T-Ball and Men. I don't know if you've been here before. If you have, welcome back.
I don't think so.
If you haven't, welcome in for the first time. I don't actually know what this comment means. Maybe Josh does.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Somebody in the chat, fill us in on what this means. But welcome to the show. Really happy to have you here. This here. This one here. Finns didn't play down to the competition. Could not agree more, especially on defense. They did not look like they wanted to be there. Tua threw 3 cupcake interceptions in this game. They dropped all 3 of them, man. They dropped up. One of them was for a touchdown. One of them was on the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
And they couldn't catch that.
Mm-hmm.
That team, I don't think Aaron Glenn should be fired again. I am a firm non-believer in the one and done season for coaches.
No, I think they should get at least 2 or 3.
But that defense did not do him any favors. Those guys played like shit.
And understand, they also got rid of I'm sure he had a say in it, but their 2 best players, they traded them.
They did, but if you're an NFL player and you can't catch a ball that's thrown right to you,
we don't catch all the balls that are thrown to us. You know what I mean?
No, we don't. But
they're fucking human.
I know, but I'm saying that for all NFL players. If you've made it to this level of the NFL and you can't catch a ball thrown right to you, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I don't need to say it. You don't need to say it. The chat's gonna say it. Chat's gonna say it.
Yeah,
it's.
Look, let's spade to spade, right? And it's hard. It's hard for me. The crow tastes disgusting because I was a Tua guy. I was from college, and I know we've gotten into chats, not you and I, but some of the commentators, some of our fans and us have gotten into chats about how we clearly didn't watch Tua in college. Well, I did watch Tua in college quite often, actually.
Yeah.
And, everyone in the NFL, like to your point, was tanking for Tua. Tua had talent coming out, and I was very excited. And I actually genuinely liked him over Justin Herbert for what we were trying to do. And holy crap, I'm wrong.
I really believe it's the hip. I know there's a lot of concentration around his head. And yes, he's had way too many concussions, and he probably should have retired after the last one.
Probably.
But if you can't move your hip as a quarterback, you can't throw that ball effectively.
Right. You can't generate power.
And he is definitely not the same quarterback we saw just 2 years ago. No. And to me, it's the hip. One other thing I want to talk about on the positive, and then I do have a criticism for this game. Just one. I have a bunch, but two is most of them, so I'll just do the other one. The Achane injury was scary. It's the one thing we've talked about on this show ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Is that if Achane got hurt, we were screwed. Thankfully, Mike came out today and he said, if we weren't dominating that game, he would have went back in.
Yeah.
So we did the smart thing for once, which is not something we've seen very often.
No.
And we kept our superstar running back out of the game to prevent further injury. He is fine. He should be back next week against Pittsburgh, which is lining up to actually be your make or break game for our season.
I think every game from here on out is, right?
Well, yes, but the playoff implications of this one are far-reaching.
Are they? Yeah. Are they really?
They're 7.
I'm taking your word for it.
If Baltimore catches them, then we're head to head against them for the final wild card spot.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
So if we don't beat them, then our chances of making the playoffs, as low as they already are, become considerably lower. Yeah.
Yeah, one game at a time. Every game's our Super Bowl, right?
God, Cincinnati's going to be tough. All right, my criticism here. My criticism is our lack of ability to keep the pedal to the floor against lesser competition.
Yeah.
I think that this game in and of itself reminded me so much of Washington and so much of New Orleans, where we went up early, we got a nice 2-score lead, and then we just took the pedal off the gas. Now, thankfully, the Jets offense went into hyper deterioration mode because Tyrod Taylor went out. Justin Fields, I guess, is hurt. So an undrafted free agent named Brady Cook was thrown into the mix. But we had 4 3-and-outs between scores at one point. And it's not that I want to score. I don't think we have to score every possession. But 4 3-and-outs against the defense that we were dominating? That bothers me, man. At my core, why did that happen? Why were you dominating a second ago, and then you have 4 3-and-outs kind of in between scores? It is a very minute criticism right now in a game that we dominated, in a game that I'm very excited about, and a team that I'm actually getting more excited about by the week.
Yeah.
But it's just something that concerns me for when we face competition that we can't do that against.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like next week against Pittsburgh. For all the jokes about Aaron Rodgers being 790 years old, facts are that's a really good team. Then we face Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. Then we face Tampa Bay, and then we face New England. New England's probably sitting all the other players, but still, we don't have a week where we can just hope for the best and have these lulls in productivity.
Yeah.
And I have zero stats to back this up, but just from my memory of watching the game twice, it seemed like we committed to the run early. We built the lead because it really was, they couldn't stop it. We were just doing whatever we wanted. And then in the lulls, we went back to the passing game. I don't have any stats to back that up, but that is just maybe I'm misremembering, but and then you could see it. They're like, oh shit. Okay. We're passing a little too much. Let's give it to Jaylen Wright, and then Jaylen Wright had, a series, and I think he had 4 or 5 runs in a row where he got 12 yards a run. It was great.
He was nuts. He ended up with 24 for 107 and a score.
Yeah. What's crazy, Achane would have had 300 yards rushing. He had 7 rushes for 98 yards.
Yeah. He was averaging 13 yards a touch.
Imagine him all game.
He literally had one catch for 13 yards and then was averaging 13 yards a carry. So 13 yards
crazy.
a touch.
Absolutely crazy.
He went out in the second quarter?
No, after the first. He had 7 snaps or 7 touches.
So he had 105 yards after one quarter?
I think so. Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, that man's insane.
He's a monster.
He is. That's my only criticism of this one so far. I mean, we'll talk, obviously we have legends and letdowns. I do have one letdown for this game, but overall, man, this was a fantastic game. So what do you say we get into
Let's do it.
Key takeaways? All right. Number 1, we talked about in the preview show, can the run game travel? Can it help us win in December, a month that we haven't normally won in, cold weather, something we don't normally win in?
Yep.
Can it travel? I mean, Josh, what would you say to 41 carries for 239 yards and 3 touchdowns?
Yeah, I mean, I say it works very well. I mean, this is what we have been begging for. Yeah. This is what we have been banging on your doors, on the Dolphins facilities front doors, begging them to do, is run the ball. This is what you need to do in December, January football, where it's cold, when games are decided by inches, not miles, because you have to control time of possession. You have to dictate on offense what your team is going to do, and that starts with the big uglies in the front, getting them going. And how do you do that? By rushing the ball. Mm-hmm. Just so happens that probably 2 of our 5 top players are in the running back room, so it can't hurt. We've been saying it all year. Achane needs to average at least 25 touches a game, not just rushes, but touches a game. Anything more than that is cake. He needs to at least average 25. And they've been doing it for the last 4 or 5 games, and we've been winning every single one of them. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, and what I like the most about the running the ball is that we're not spreading it out that much. I have told you on the show 1,000 times I hate the 3-headed attack. Yeah. I don't think it works. I think it prevents a running back from getting any sort of momentum.
Yep.
And I'm not saying they listened, because who the hell am I? But Jaylen Wright had 24 carries after Achane went out. So clearly they were like, yep, we're not going to just split the carries between Achane and Gordon. Neither one will ever. They're both pounders too. So like those guys especially need to carry the ball a bunch.
Yeah, Jaylen Wright is more Achane than he is Ollie, though. Ollie is Ollie's fast. Jaylen Wright is fucking fast. And so is it. So I was curious as to why he was getting the bulk of the carries as opposed to Ollie. Ollie is a true short and short down type running back. I feel like they gave it to Jaylen Wright because he fit more of the Achane. I'm not saying he's Achane. He's nowhere close to Achane, but more of that role, of that type of running back. So we didn't have to change the offense too much.
I do think if they gave it to Ollie 24 times, he would have taken over the game too.
Okay. Fair.
It was a win-win for them, really.
Yeah, the way we were running.
Give it to Wright 24 times and see what he got, and he surprises you, or give it to Ollie 24 times. We've seen it before, right? The one, I don't remember which game exactly it was, but he got like 15 carries or something, and he went off. Yeah. I'm super impressed with the running game anyways.
Me too.
I mean, Mike came in as a run game specialist, and then last year was so disappointing. We couldn't run the ball last year. We had the stupid screen to extend the run nonsense, which leaked into this year, but thankfully is gone. To see a normal running game.
Yeah.
And like he mixes in the differentiation really well. Like the trickery, the fake handoff to the pitch in front of him, like all really cool shit that we loved him for when he first started here. And then he started getting too cute.
Yep. He started doing the cute shit way too much.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he lost his basics. It's 90% basics, 10% cute. He went the reverse.
I mean, that's a fair statement. I mean, look, 2 of the first 3 touchdown drives that we had were almost exclusively drives that were primarily running.
Yeah.
Very little passing. I mean, just maybe 1 or 2 passes for the entirety of the drive until we punched it in. And, like we said earlier, where there's smoke, there's fire. Something is working. It has worked now for 4 games in a row. We just happen to have won all 4 of them.
Hey,
so
keep it going.
We have to give credit where credit's due. Mike McDaniel has finally seemingly acknowledged that this is the direction of this team, is committed to the 6 offensive linemen, big sets, to running the ball more than passing the ball. And I love every second of it.
Love it. Blake loves it. He was high on Wright in the offseason.
Hell yeah.
Jorge says it's good to have more offensive weapons. I could not agree more.
Yes.
And he's talking again about our tight end, which we will talk about. Do not worry. We will talk about. I don't know what this is referring to. Let us know, Gator. Oh yeah.
I think he's talking about the quarterback.
Yeah. Oh, it's who gives it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. You never know though. I mean, Mike might not be here for a new quarterback.
Fair.
Yeah. Hit that like button. Thank you, Blake, for the reminder there. D-Dub, welcome back, bud. Haven't seen you in a couple shows. Good to see you again.
What's up, buddy?
Good to see you again. All right, so takeaway number 1, dude, was the running game traveled. Just as we asked, can it travel? And they answered, yes, we can. So now let's move into the defense, which is the other half of our new identity as a team. Run the ball, play good defense. I can't even honestly say to you with a straight face that I would have ever believed anytime at any point in this season our defense would have been good. I just can't.
Yeah, it was questionable there for a long stretch of this season.
I don't even know how they're playing good now, if I'm being honest. The talent level hasn't changed.
Well, if I'm being completely candid, the talent level hasn't changed, yes, but I do feel like they're starting to get more comfortable with each other. Because remember, and that this is not an excuse. I'm not saying this to try to justify, because look, at the beginning of the season, they were playing like dog shit. However, 53% of this roster turned over in the offseason.
Yeah.
We got exceptionally younger at a lot of positions and had very late additions in the cornerback room. So I in a way, I understood that we sucked in the beginning because none of them knew each other. There was none of that like nonverbal communication where, oh, I know that this player is going to be here, so I'm definitely going here. It was a lot of trying to communicate and trying to learn on the fly. And you can see what happens when they're sticking to it. They're still bought in. They're bought into Weaver and everything that Weaver is doing as a defensive coach. And I'll tell you what, we're reaping the rewards now, because this is when we want to peak. Now,
I didn't know the defense.
Right, exactly.
I mean, our final gotcha from Chris Grier was signing 2 veteran corners right after the preseason ended, giving them absolutely no time to. I mean, really, did you need to keep those guys who you knew were going to cut from the 90-man roster and not sign these guys? Like,
I mean, yes, he did.
Apparently
he did. Yes.
Apparently he did. Practice. I love it.
We're talking about practice?
Practice. Listen, the defense, it was their cleanest performance all year. They made every play that they needed to make. When Brady Cook starts driving it down the field, and I'm going, oh God, here we go. Right? Here we go. We're gonna make another person famous. Yeah. And then Rasul Douglas gets an interception. All right. Later on in the game, Brady Cook is like, I got nothing to lose. We've already lost this game. I'm going to sling it. Ethan freaking Bonner. One-hands it
Insane.
For the interception. 2 interceptions in the end zone. It was 2 of 3 interceptions on the day.
Yep.
Absolutely incredible performance by the defense.
I mean, shit, look at the stats, man. Miami allowed only 3 points on offensive drives from the Jets.
That's right. Our touchdown allowed was the special teams.
3 points. We held New York under 230 total yards. Total. Yep. Now, for everything they are not, they still have a very good running back in Breece Hall. Right?
They do.
I mean, for all the shit he gets, he's a very decent running back. Jets quarterback combined for total under 60% completion.
Crazy. And sorry, I got distracted for a second because I think I mentioned this point a couple shows ago, and it's just getting more and more true, and I don't understand.
Well, I mean, I genuinely put it to the fact that our interior defensive line is starting to gel, and our young rookie defensive tackles in Grant and Phillips are starting to understand how to play the position, which is freeing up one-on-one situations for our pass rushers. But yeah, no, you have been on the top of this mountain Where is Chop Robinson? Weaver, what are you doing?
This move to me, because we've heard it before. If you've been an NFL fan for any decent amount of time, you have heard that GMs will trade away players to force coaches to play the younger guy. I fully expect that they traded away Jalen Phillips, not only because they thought they had some value there, but because they wanted Weaver to play Chop. And he wasn't playing Chop. Chop had like a 15%
13
snap percentage. 13% snap percentage before we traded away Jalen Phillips. That's absurd.
It's criminal is what it was.
First round pick.
Yeah.
Like recent first round pick who doesn't have an injury history like this guy.
Yeah, who's ironically enough wishing him the best and a quick recovery, is in concussion protocol. Yeah, but I mean, getting back to the defense, man, the Jets' drives ended in 6 punts and 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
all game. That's what our defense is doing, and we have multiple takeaways in multiple games going on. Was it 3 or 4 games in a row now? I think where we have multiple takeovers or takeaways. Sorry.
Yeah, I think going into this game, we had 7 interceptions over the winning streak, over the 3-game winning streak.
Now we have 10.
Now we have 10.
Look at that math.
Yeah.
Yes. Nailed it.
Did it. This is a good point because I do feel like Rodgers has had our number in recent days, recent games. He is incredibly good against sending extra pressure. So I'm hoping that Weaver just doesn't send extra pressure.
Yeah, if the pass rush is going to get there, it needs to get there organically. Don't send, which is tough because we're I think the number 2 or the number 3 highest blitzing team in the league. So
I do want to ask you one thing before we move to takeaway number 3. Is the defense real, or is it chalked up to who we've been facing?
Oh fuck, that's tough, dude. I'm leaning more towards it being real. Because I do believe in players needing time to adjust to the scheme, to how everyone around them is playing, that nonverbal communication, that those eye looks, from the safety to the cornerback to know who's passing off who's taking who in deep and who's dropping into coverage and all of the little nuances and everything. And earlier on, it was reported that Sealer is very good at digesting plays pre-snap, but what he wasn't able to do it because he was coaching the rookies next to him. And that was very well reported and widely reported by him himself.
By the way, 2.5 sacks for Sealer in this game.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think with all of those little pieces falling into place, we're starting to see a defense where it's not a top defense, as overall the season, but in the stretch, we're a top 5 defense. And I think that's not a fluke. I mean, 1 game, sure. 2 games, maybe we hit, the competition is down, but you start stringing some things together 4 or 5 games in a row. Where there's smoke, there's fire, not to be repetitive. Now, I do think that our schedule has helped in a lot of ways. And we're going to see what kind of defense we are down the stretch. We have 4 winnable games, but games that are going to be very difficult to win. Yeah. And it's a matter of who's going to step up because we know what the offense is going to do. We just need the defense to do their job as well.
I'm starting to lean that way myself because, I mean, we've won 5 of the last 6 games, including a dominant performance against Buffalo. We got absolutely walloped by a Ravens team, which suddenly looks anemic as hell. So I don't know what the hell happened there. I think if the Bills game wasn't in there, I wouldn't agree. I'd be like, nah, who have we beat, right? Kirk Cousins, Marcus Mariota, Tyler Shuck, and Brady Cook, which again, that's not impressive, but Josh Allen's in that mix. Yeah. We held the Bills to 13 points.
Definitely raises the average.
Right. I mean, if you hold the Bills to 13 points, that's impressive no matter which way you flip it. Yeah. At least this is the modern day Bills. So
yeah, and not for nothing. Like I do believe there's something to, you can only play who's on your schedule. We can't control what quarterbacks are in there. I agree. So I mean,
we're in the analysis game here. So
no, of course. But I do think that look, we did our job. There's a reason our defense is playing so well. It's not just because of our talent. It's because of the lack of talent that we're playing. But hey, we're still fucking winning.
Hey, I'm not being negative, Crows. I'm just asking a question. That's all. What do you guys think? Do you think the defense is for real or is it fake?
Yeah, I'd be really curious to hear what you guys think.
Think about the quarterbacks we faced. We faced Kirk Cousins. Then we lost to Lamar. Then we beat Josh Allen. Then we beat Marcus Mariota. We beat Tyler Shuck, and we beat Brady Cook. Do you think the defense is real, or do you think it's a matter of who we've played, and they just got up for the Bills game? Nope. No. What do you call it? Criticism.
Shade. Yeah.
No shade.
Yeah.
It's a simple.
It's a very good question,
or is it fake?
Because it is it's a great question, and not because I'm a co-host of the show, but I mean genuinely, like it if you look at the teams we played, there's a lot to be apprehensive about. Yeah. However, then you look at the stats and you're like, oh, hey, we're legit. Like, we're not a top 3 or 4 defense, but we are squarely in the top 6, top 7 in the league. And we're a top 5 over this winning streak. Yeah. And I think, where there's smoke, there's fire. And our players are seemingly every single game. They're doing something better that they struggled at early in the season. And it's very positive to see. I'm very excited to see this defense put it together, because what did we say preseason? Dude, this defensive front 7 is going to be top 3 in the league. The cornerbacks are terrifying, but our safeties are really good.
But yeah.
Right? Yep. And I think we're starting to finally see what we thought they were going to be, and what this defense can be if we can just fix the cornerback room. And that is no shade to Rasul Douglas or Jones, but they're the best in a shitty cornerback room. They'd be a number 3 cornerback on the team that had any competent cornerbacks. And I think if we can fix that and we can keep a lot of the pieces around, this defense can be good for years.
You imagine if we didn't trade for Minka?
Oh, that's a whole different story.
We're not going to get into that. But I would say we're going to find out if we're real or not over the next 4 games. That's why I think now is the time to kind of put your name on whichever pedestal you want. Because over the next 4 games, we face Aaron Rodgers, Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, and potentially Drake May.
Probably not, though.
Probably not.
No.
But the Patriots are a division rival, and their backups will give us a run.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. So, interesting question. I just wanted to throw that out there. Let's see what the chat has anything to say about it. Gator's a fan of Fitzpatrick taking more of a leadership role. Me too. I think he's really starting to get more comfortable on the team. It was a dominating win. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking. I got the scores right here, 30-13. That's the most impressive win of the season for me so far.
Yeah.
First time in a month that the Fins face a starting quarterback. I mean, technically, yes. Yes. So D-Dubs thinks that they're growing. They're not the Texans. No, nobody. The Texans defense
Jesus,
came out
their
of freaking
defense
nowhere,
is so fucking
dude.
good.
Jesus. We're not the game 1 Fins either. What, Gator, copping out. We'll find out for sure Monday. You are not wrong. You're not wrong. This is the game. We talked about it last week, right, at a preview show, because we talked about if the Jets game was a make or break game, and I said no, the Steelers is, and I can't wait to preview the Steelers game. I really can't.
Yeah, I'm very excited to hear some of your thoughts on some of the things we're going to talk about.
Yeah. All right, defense has come a long ways. They've improved, but this 4 game, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. 4 games, dude. We have 4 games left to keep that streak going. Imagine we win 9 straight. Imagine it. Put yourself in there, man.
Bro, could you genuinely let's pause for a quick second. I know we got to get to. Could you imagine if we end the season 10-7?
No,
I mean,
I can't.
I'm not saying we are. I don't think we are. I'm not.
I think we could. That's the problem.
There's a chance that we certainly could, but I'm trying to withhold myself a little bit so I'm not super disappointed. But I mean, it's fuck if it's not reality. I mean, there's a chance.
If we finish with 9 or 10 wins, either one, I don't care. 9 or 10 wins after the disaster of a team that we saw the first 7 weeks of this season is an incredible turnaround.
Yeah. I mean, and not to get off topic, keep it short because I know we got to get to takeaway 3, but let me ask you a question. And chat, chime in. If we finish with 9 or 10 wins, would you openly accept Mike McDaniel back and Weaver back?
It doesn't matter because they'll be back. That's my feeling on it.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you, how would you feel? Would you feel good about it? Okay, he showed some shit. He kept the team in order. Let's see what he does maybe with probably a new quarterback with these guys, hopefully back in year 2 of the defensive system with Weaver and so on and so forth. Or would you be like, oh, fuck, here we go again?
I think I would be okay with it just because there's not a candidate in this year's pool that I am really drawn to.
Yeah. And I do think that the hiring of the GM is probably way more impactful right now at this point.
That's my thing. Let the GM do it. Like let's get back to a traditional structure here.
Yeah.
Where the I mean we've had a traditional structure, but Chris Greer was just awful. But like
he was horrible.
Bring in a good GM. Let them assess the tape. Let them look at the fact that we started 1-7 last year and 1-6 this year, right? And let them decide. Okay, was that growing pains from a piss poor roster construction, or was it bad coaching? Right?
Yeah, agreed. I love this.
I find the fact that us, the Chiefs, and the Ravens are all 6-7 is mind blowing.
We talked about it in our group chat. It's like, can we talk about 3 polar opposite ways to get to the same record between those 3 teams?
Absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Jorge says he'll give the staff one more chance. True Blazer. I know, buddy. I know. Blazer has been like on our side of like the rip everybody's head off for the entire season. Like I know.
Enough's enough. Let's tear down to the studs.
He is. And if he were our offensive coordinator, I would be ecstatic. But he's not the offensive coordinator.
He's not. No, but I will say these last 4 or 5 games, my sourness towards him has been quelled just at scoosh. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it has for sure. For sure. This is the important. I think the new GM needs to do something about that.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he needs to force the separation.
Well, for sure. Yeah, I just don't know how it happens next year because of the financial commitment.
It may not. It may not. But like there needs to be competition. You can bring in competition. That's how.
For sure. And if there is, no matter who we hire as the GM and who we have as our coach, if we don't bring in competition, like serious, not a former first round pick.
Bring in a first round pick.
Yeah. Like bring in a starter and say, Tua, go beat him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If there's like a Jackson Dart type guy that's expected to slide a little.
Yep.
Draft him.
Trade up and take Mendoza. No.
I don't know who any of the prospects are yet. I don't start looking till after. I did see that Notre Dame got a little whistle wooed out of the freaking top the playoffs.
Yeah,
huh?
that's criminal.
Ooh, baby.
Absolutely
NCAA,
criminal.
what are you doing over there?
Because they're independent, and it's such a shitty thing to say about them because they're a fucking great football team.
Yeah,
all right, takeaway 3.
They might be our next head coach. You never know. Takeaway number 3, Miami finally won situational football. We had a complete and utter dominant game, and it was because we grew at one of our biggest weaknesses this season. We played smart, clean, winning football. And Josh, I know you have a butt ton to say about this, so I am throwing it straight to you.
Yeah, so I mean, look, outside of the special team struggling with the punt return for a touchdown, which I fully get is a giant black eye on this entire game. Both teams struggled on third down. Miami was 2 for 10. New York was 1 for 12. But both of Miami's third down conversions came on scoring drives, which tells me that they can do it in big moments, which lead to points to putting points on the board. Miami scored touchdowns on every early red zone trip in quarters 1 and 2. Every time we got to the red zone, we scored a touchdown, which was huge. One of the biggest things that I noticed that you and I have been crucifying this team for are the self-inflicted penalties. They're in this game, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. There were no pre-snap penalties on key downs. And by key downs, I mean on first, second, or scoring in the red zone.
No,
we did not.
They called it on 7-9 on the first, but then they changed it to encroachment.
Yep.
That was a weird.
It was very strange.
Thing.
It was very, very strange. But what have we been used to all year? Achane or Waddle or somebody catching or running a 30 yards down the field only for it to get called back for illegal formation or false start because our wide receiver wasn't set or whatever the case is. And that did not happen in this game. We won the turnover margin 3-0, which was huge. And my biggest point here that showed me, and I say us, is the time of possession. So keep in mind, we're missing our number 1 wide receiver. We were missing our number 1 running back for 3/4 of the game. Yep. And we still blew them out of the water at time possession, 36 minutes to 23 minutes. Not to mention Savania for all of the shit that he has put us through this season. I'll tell you what, man, on 2 of the 3 touchdowns, it was him.
Yeah.
That broke the running back. It was him that made the block down the field. It was him that pulled. It was awesome to see. Somebody that I was very excited about us trading up for in the draft. It's been a rough year for the rookie. And this is multiple games in a row now. And I know special teams, like I said earlier, it's going to have a giant black eye on their on the game because they let up a very kind of shitty return for touchdown, something that the Jets team is very good at this year, but not an excuse. Other than that, I mean, we're still a top 12 unit in the league on the season from a special team standpoint. This was genuinely a 3-tiered, 3-headed monster domination in this game, and it was awesome to see. This is the kind of football, and this is the kind of the team that we can be proud of as Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, rough day overall for the special teams, but I think other than that, it was fantastic. It's so funny how like different it is watching the game versus watching the play-by-play, because in the play-by-play, that Waddle end around was a pass. So it says Tua throws to Waddle for whatever it was, 17-yard touchdown or whatever. And then I go and I watch the game. I was like, that wasn't a damn pass. It was an end around.
Yeah, although his touchdown was Tua to Waddle. That touchdown was awesome. Tua got off his first read, which is what we've been begging him to do. Mm-hmm. He got to his second read, who wasn't open, which was Dulcich in the end zone. He was covered. And as he got to Waddle, watching him separate across the middle on his third read, as he was getting blasted from behind, giggity.
Hey-o.
Dot, right where it needed to be for a touchdown. It was. I wasn't happy to see him get hit, but I was very happy to see him go through his progression, even though he saw and felt the pressure. Hopefully he saw and felt it. And didn't fumble it, and still had the confidence to throw it. You know,
I wonder if the impact of him getting hit is what made the ball go so fast. He got like a velocity assist from the defense.
Well, that's what Dirk said. Dirk's like, oh, that's the secret. All we need to do is let him get sacked from behind as he's throwing the ball.
Physics, baby. That's all we need. Set it up that way. Austin Jackson just start letting guys through.
Let me ask you a question. In chat, just put yes or no. Right? Keep it simple. Is this the most complete situational performance that we've seen from this team all year? And by situational performance, I mean production. The coaching staff saw what was working and stuck to it. Lack of errors, lack of penalties. Tua did what he was supposed to do, which was manage the game and don't throw the ball over, don't turn it over. I know there could have been 3 interceptions, but there weren't. I think this might be the most complete performance we've seen all year.
I still think it was Buffalo. I think to beat Buffalo 30-13, you have to be on your A+ game.
Yeah.
I think to beat the Jets 34-10 when they have an undrafted quarterback playing, you don't have to be. They were absolutely. But I think the only other one I would put above this one is Buffalo.
That's
it would
fair.
be the Buffalo
That's
game
fair.
and then this game.
Yep. I keep forgetting that we beat them. We like blew them out because I'm not used to it.
I know. I kind of want to go watch it again because it took 1,100 and some odd days for us to get a win against them. Like I want to feel it again. I want to feel alive. Yeah. We haven't mentioned Greg Dulcich yet. In case I see his name again, and I'll mention him in the Legends of Letdown. Don't you freaking worry. But let me tell you, dude, whoever they sign as the new GM, you have one job and one job only. Get Achane re-signed. Get Dulcich re-signed.
Please.
Get Brooks re-signed, although I think we just did that.
We did. Yep.
And you're good.
And trade Tua.
Yeah, trade Tua away if you can. If you can find somebody to take Tua, my friend, you would be an instant love.
We would throw a parade for you, like you won the Super Bowl. There would be a parade down Biscayne Boulevard for you, the GM who traded Tua.
You might get the Raiders to do it. You might get the Raiders to do it.
I mean, look,
dude. I was clamoring for Pete Carroll this offseason. That team, and from what I'm hearing, he is just there like on vacation.
Of course he is.
He's like not even
remotely
so far interested.
They're so far out of what are they playing for? Pride? They don't have any pride. The fucking Raiders.
The only thing I'm pissed about is they're wasting Ashton Genty's rookie season.
I know. I fucking traded for him in fantasy.
I know. I saw.
Yeah.
I thought that was a mistake, but it's a dynasty league at least. So,
Yeah.
And the center. Oh, sorry, the center. Aaron
Brewer.
Aaron Brewer is not signed yet. So,
I thought
re-sign.
I thought we
we
re-upped him
too.
last year.
I thought we re-upped him and Brooks.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at
research. But listen, we need to talk about Dulcich for a second. I know we're gonna get to the legends, but as soon as the Giants released him from the practice squad, we as a collective at the time the Finns forecast said, sign Greg Dulcich. Like, we do not have a tight end anymore because we traded him away. This was shortly after the Jonnu trade. Sign Dulcich. I don't know why he's not signed. I don't know why he was on a practice squad. I don't know why a team like the freaking Giants think they have enough talent to cut him. But then we sign him and we put him on our practice squad for what, 8 weeks? Like, god damn, dude. This dude is way too talented to be on a practice squad. Please, for the love of God, sign him.
I thought he was coming back from a back injury. And I think we were just being hyper vigilant with him for some reason. Aaron Brewer's contract, we re-upped him in March of 2024 for 3 years. So we have him through the 2026 season. He is a free agent come March 2027.
Okay, so you do want to extend him, probably.
Very much so.
Yeah. I think Dulcich was one of my favorite players when he was in Denver.
Very much so.
Yep. I thought he fit the Denver vibe perfect, by the way. He doesn't fit the Miami vibe at all, but that's what we need. We need a few less Miami vibe people.
I kind of love it, dude. I kind of love it. He's the type that, not to be cliche, but put your hard hat on. He's put on flip-flops and shorts and a tank top and come to work and do his job.
No, Dulcich is like a 7-year vet, dude. He played for the Broncos for a while, and then he was with the Giants, and then they cut him off the practice squad. And to what Josh is alluding to, they think he had a back injury. That's why he was cut.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dulcich has been around for a hot second. He had 3 for 41 in this game, by the way.
He was great. He had a long, what was his long? Like 26 or something like that? I mean, that run was awesome.
His long was 23.
23, yeah.
This is his 4th season. I'm sorry, he never actually played for the Giants. Look at that. They signed him this offseason, then they cut him before he played it down. So he had 3 seasons with Denver, and now he's with us.
Yep. And he's young, and he can block, and he's not a high-level all-around player, but he can do everything very, very well.
Struggle with injury, so Chris Greer special.
Mm-hmm.
He played 10 games his rookie year, and he had 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then he only played 2 games his second year, 4 games his third year. So it's really just been kind of struggling with injuries.
Yep.
3rd-round pick, though. So
Question for you guys, outside of Dulcich, sorry. How do we feel AJ played coming back from injury? This will be game 2.
I thought Jackson played pretty well.
Yeah.
Austin Jackson is who Josh is referring to if you are not a fan of acronyms. I mean, the time that Tua got sacked, I think he only got sacked once in this game. 1 sack for 8 yards. I thought the entire offensive line collapsed. I didn't think it was any one person's fault. It seemed just like everybody just got run over. The Jets were getting tired of getting dominated, and they just had an absolute pound our offensive line moment. But I mean, for Tua to only get sacked once, I think is really good. His blind side is more protected. I think he is playing we thought he might play more comfortable.
Yeah. Now
that Austin Jackson is back in his blind side, I definitely see that from him. I don't see him playing that much better, but I see him less panicky.
Very much less jittery.
Yeah, which is good. I think overall, as far as I can assess the lineman, which is not very far, I think he did really well. I'm wondering what the guys in the chat think.
Yep. I don't trust him long term. I don't know what we just re-upped him not too long ago, so that's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see what happened. But where is this one? This is interesting because I don't know. Chat chime in, but Anthony, that penalty on Waddle was so fucking weak.
Almost every penalty in this game was so weak. I think the refs were bored.
I mean, come on. At this point, let's just put flags around their waist and hope for the best. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Honestly, I'm going to go on a little rant. I think the block in the back penalty is one of the weakest penalties in the whole sport. Unless the dude's absolutely just steamrolling a guy in the back, that should never be called.
Yeah.
If some player goes up and lightly taps the guy in the back, that is not a block in the back. No. That's lightly touching somebody's back, who, by the way, is heavily padded.
Yeah, but unless you're preventing him from making a play, which this wasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're blocking somebody in the back who's completely unaware of you, and then you are preventing an open line to for that player to tackle, fine, I get it. Okay, I don't agree with it, but sure. But that thing on Waddle wasn't even looking. I barely touched hit the outside of his shoulder pad, and it got called. It's so shitty.
It's one of my least favorite penalties in modern football, honestly. I know that, I sound like a boomer there for a second, but like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. The only time it makes sense to call that is when it's dangerous to the player who's getting blocked.
Yep.
Like, it should be treated along the lines of like a personal foul, right? Which are also called too often nowadays. You tap the quarterback in the helmet.
That's a whole nother conversation because quarterbacks are, I don't know.
Yeah, and this, I completely agree with this, D-Dub, but think about the number of blocks in the back that you've seen that were actually blocks in the back.
Versus the ones the amount that have been called.
Right. Yeah. Like half the time when they call this, it's just a guy touching another guy in the back. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's a block in the back.
I mean, let's talk about the Waddle block in the back. He touched the outside of his shoulder pad.
Yeah. It was.
I mean, and you negated what was it? Like a 35-yard Dolchik's catch and run?
I was kind of hoping it wouldn't come up because it annoyed me so much, to be honest.
Sorry. Not sorry.
It's good. It's good because I feel like Miami gets at least one of those a week. A ticky-tack, come out of nowhere, invisible, the Ollie Gordon fake trip that never happened.
Oh my God. I haven't been that mad in a long time.
This is another one.
Yeah.
The offensive wide receivers push off with an incredible rate.
I mean, almost every time.
Every time.
A little bit of separation.
A defender will play patty cakes for a little bit and get a pass interference call.
Mm-hmm. With their head turned around looking for the ball.
Because they didn't look for the ball. Right.
Yeah. Like Minka's one. Was it last week?
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one. Like the whole you have to turn around and look for the ball. Why? If like they're making a good play and they didn't interfere before the ball got there. Like it's just another There's too many rules.
Let's fix the NFL, guys.
I don't fully blame the refs because they have too much shit they're supposed to be watching now. It's like insane.
I mean, I do. Because look, you have VAR, or sorry, I'm a soccer fan. So you have
the virtual augmented reality.
Cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere above the eye in the sky. You have virtual first downs. You have 3 sideline refs.
I mean the refs on the field. I don't.
No. But I think you have 3 sideline refs. Yeah. You have the refs on the field, which are 3 or 4, I think. And you're telling me between all of that and the technology, somebody can't call down and say, "Hey, you got it wrong. Go change it."
That's what I mean. They don't use it. They don't use the technology.
They
talk insanity. About the technology nonstop. They never shut up about it. There's always an announcer talking about the technology that we have, but they don't use it.
They sure don't.
Every other sport is like baseball has been incredibly fun to watch lately because they sped up the game with the pitch clock. Mm-hmm. They get fouls called correctly immediately because New York is constantly watching the games. Like, okay, baseball got the technology and they use it. NFL has the technology probably long before baseball got it, and they just choose to ignore it. And it makes no sense. And then, of course, you're a huge soccer fan. Apparently, they're using it there, too. It's
everywhere.
Like, come on.
Well, they've been using it there for, like, decades and decades, right?
Yeah. You want to prevent gambling on your sport by players? Start using your technology.
I like it.
Just saying.
Is it time?
All right.
Is it time for the best segment in sports media history?
Legends. And letdowns. There's a lot of legends in this game, boys and girls, but we narrowed it down. We each have 2 because we wanted to give you guys a chance to have your own legends in the chat. So feel free to throw your legends in the chat now or just wait till we're done and then give us who we didn't use. Of course, the legends are the guys who had the biggest impact on the game, somebody you just really like, a performance you really liked, a cheerleader you really liked, whatever. The letdowns are the unit, the people, the coaches, whatever, that didn't have such a good day. Now, Josh doesn't have one of those. Maybe he'll come up with one on the fly. Nope, I don't have just one.
I don't have a single letdown in this game because I love the way we played.
It's I don't want an enormously positive day. And if we want to come up with extra legends, we could do that too, because there's a lot of people to call out on this one. So I'm going to start with you, bud. Who is your first legend?
Yeah, I mean, look, I took the easy route with this one because you hadn't put yours in yet. I took Jaylen Wright. I thought hell of a game, hell of a running back performance for a player that was RB1 when the season started, quickly became RB3, dealt with some injuries, has been on the bench, has kept his energy up, was very prepared for this game, not knowing if he would play or start or anything, and coming in and having a career day for him was absolutely spectacular. And I could not. I've been a Jaylen Wright. You know this. I've been a Jaylen Wright fan since we drafted him. I was very bummed that he got relegated to RB3. I understood it, but man, did he put together a hell of a performance.
It was a great performance. I am not the biggest. I wasn't the biggest Jaylen Wright fan. I mean, I was really pumped because you were pumped, right?
Yeah.
We tend to hype each other up sometimes.
We do.
And when you were pumped about getting him out of the draft, I got pumped about getting him out of the draft, even though I didn't know nothing about him. And then, of course, I knew a little bit about Ollie, though. So, Ollie automatically got my favor just because I was like, I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He's in college football 25. He's on the big board for, Heisman voting. Yeah. Mine is Rasul Douglas, man. We signed the guy, I don't know, it was right before week 1 or right before week 2, something like that, in the middle of the season. He has come in, and it took him a while to catch up, but he absolutely has been the best corner we have, and it's not even really close. He went out for an injury for a while. We really felt that. And he gets an interception in the end zone to end a New York Jets scoring drive. They were really just punting it down our throat in that drive. He comes in with the interception in the end zone and locks it up. I got to give a shout out to Rasul Douglas. I was really nervous about signing him too, man. I thought that his play was really down in Buffalo last year. I thought maybe he was washed. He didn't have anything left. We just dealt with that with Jordan Poyer. Let's not do it again with Rasul, right? I was wrong. He was good.
No, I mean, look, I think he's getting his opportunity to shine, and I love it. I love it. I was like you. I was like, okay. I mean, sure. So my next one in the same vein is Ethan Bonner, White Boy Supreme. I thought, I am been not so quietly an Ethan Bonner fan for the simple fact that he's a fast white guy, and I love that shit. And he has taken his lumps. He's got plenty of black eyes this season alone. But he had one hell of a one-handed interception, albeit at the end of a game that we were already winning. But that interception, man, was cool. It was really cool. And to see everyone get so genuinely excited for him on the sidelines was really, really cool to see.
That's a good thing to call out. This team loves each other.
Oh, yeah.
These guys, the culture change from, I think it has to do with Tyreek going out, if I'm being honest. But the sudden culture change with all these guys just playing for each other, super excited for each other, just I love seeing that. And Ethan Bonner had a bad game the week before. It's not a secret to anybody. He was pulled. He was pulled very quickly for Jason Marshall Jr. And then he comes back and with a nice bounce back. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. Was that the Washington game?
2 weeks. Yeah, it was Washington.
2 weeks ago. Sorry. Yeah. Mine is Greg.
We knew what you meant.
Mine is Greg Dulcich, of course. We talked a ton about him already, so we don't need to go into too much detail. But I have been chomping at the bit to see Greg play for us. And even with Darren Waller back, he is continuing to make an impact. He had a 30-something yard play called back on this one for a ticky-tack penalty. Overall, fantastic. He's a what is that? When the quarterback leans on him. I mean, Tua's leaning on him, right?
Yeah. A safety blanket.
Yeah. And the 2 tight end set is something that our boy True Fin Fan used to call out all the time. And,
religiously.
Religiously. He used to say, hey, if you want Tua to succeed, you need 2 tight ends.
We agreed.
And I used to kind of criticize that take.
Oh, really? I agreed with it. I loved it. Right.
But, hey, with Waller and Dulcich in there, I mean, neither of them are going to win you a fantasy week. But they are having a big impact on the team.
They're going to win you actual football games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I'll throw a last one up. I know I only had 2 written down. But I loved Jonas Abayinaya. I mean, the offensive line as a whole played really well, outside of maybe a couple plays. But, I mean, Jonah was playing like a man possessed. He was out there. He was running ahead of Jaylen Wright, blocking people into other players. I mean, it was really cool to see. It's been a very trying season for me because it's somebody that I was very excited about coming out of the draft. I was very excited about even more so that we drafted.
Yeah.
And then not seeing him be able to put good tape on film And his play was subpar at best most of the beginning, maybe the first half of the season. And you and I talked offline quite a lot about, is this guy like a bust already? Like, what the fuck's going on? And to see him over this winning streak over the last 4 games, really genuinely put it together. This was the culmination, because this was, I think, one of the best games that he's had as a pro.
And because of that, I'm going to add another one too, and I'm going to give it to the coaching staff. The coaching staff as a whole, not just Mike McDaniel, not just Anthony Weaver, not just Frank Smith, the entire group has done an amazing job not giving up on this season. They were 1-6 or 1-7. I don't even remember. I think we were 1-6. We were 1-6. We were not looking good. Everybody had pretty much eliminated us from existence already by that point. Not even the playoffs, just existing altogether. Dolphins were no longer in the league. We were done. And now the team is playing inspired football, and they're playing well, and they're gelling as a team. And if nothing comes of it and we end up just getting a worse draft pick because of it, I'm starting not to care, because I think that the culture was broken on this team. I think there was a lot of me guys, and not a lot of we guys, right? All the way home.
Stop it. Go home. You're cut off. Cut it out.
Oh, look at you. Another 90s reference up in here. So I want to give them a shout out. One letdown, that's all I've mentioned. I won't even say much about it. Special teams had a bad day. Let up a punt return for a touchdown. There was another thing I meant to mention that I'm completely blanking on right now, but the point is special teams did not have a very good day, which is surprising because they've carried this team for a bit this season.
And you Gator's comment about illegal formation too, you wanted to touch on?
Yes. And I want to get to the rest of the chat too. But Gator, I missed this before when we were talking about bad penalties. I agree. Aren't you supposed to fool the defense? You would think.
Yes.
You would think. There's a lot of rules for how many people need to be on the line of scrimmage on offense, and like so on and so forth. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, some unnecessarily rigid guidelines.
Yeah. Legends for D-Dub is Jaylen Wright. Kosa has an annoying penalty, a legal man downfield by an offensive line. Yeah, they only get 2 yards. They can only move 2 yards. That's such a strict rule. Absolutely insane. Gators legends are the O-line, and the letdowns were the special teams.
Both make sense. Absolutely.
Another legend is Aaron Brewer. A letdown is Tua.
Yeah, that was the easy one. That was kind of, I didn't mention it. I don't know if that's why you didn't. It was kind of a given. Yeah,
we talked about it in the instant reactions too, is that he very much tried to give the game back to the Jets. And thankfully the Jets said, no, we don't want it.
No, we're good. We're good. We want the high draft pick.
Legend Zach Sealer letdown is Austin Jackson. Kosa did not like Austin Jackson's game. He says he's a veteran and he's well paid. Kosa, you did have another comment about Jackson up here. Let me find it. He's at least better than Borum and Carm.
I mean, so yeah,
that's a thing.
See, I thought Jackson played really well this game. Not really well, but well enough this game.
Everybody's different. Legend is right. Letdown is QB Tua. He started 7 for 7, then he went 6 for 14 for 46 yards. Yeah, he is just there to get paid at this point.
Yeah, don't turn the ball over.
This is funny because I mentioned this on the show and you had like a reaction to it. Again, I'm not saying he was a bad guy. I don't think he was. It's just funny how the culture change kind of came out. He was.
Yep.
He's too often injured for sure. Tight ends are blocking better. Just to think, 2 years ago, our starting tight end was Durham
Smythe, and Julian Hill.
And Julian Hill and I think Tanner Connor and Hayden Rucci or something like that. And now we have Darren Waller and Greg Dulcich and Julian Hill's still here. But playing, Tanner Connor punched Tua, so he's gone.
I know. I wish he stayed.
Yeah. After Greer got kicked to the curb, for sure, that had a pretty big impact too. Improved blocking is certainly helping. The legends, my family. True. Oh my God, I completely forgot about this. Did you have a great time, dude? What a game to go to! A 34-10 stomping. The stadium was absolutely empty by the end of the third quarter.
It was great.
You could see it on TV. It was nuts. Which is such an embarrassing thing for them. They were literally wearing their rivalry uniforms on this game.
Well, those jerseys were pretty sick, though.
They were nice, yeah. But the stadium, you couldn't tell because the stadium was half empty, and only half empty because the other half was Dolphins fans.
Yep. What they call them, the Gotham City jerseys? It was pretty sick.
Yeah, something like that. I love that nickname for New York, by the way.
Me
Gotham
too.
City.
Yeah, I'm a Batman fan, so that works.
Fantastic. True. Tell us more about it, bro. Tell us more about it. And happy birthday, by the way.
Yes, very happy belated.
Happy 19th birthday. Did you?
Such an asshole.
That's my level of sarcasm right there. I love that. Keep it coming. I love it. All right, man. What a freaking awesome show. How often do we get to talk about a 4-game winning streak? Let alone in that 4-game winning streak, we've beaten 2 division rivals. So absolutely awesome.
Spectacular.
Now next week, no more division rivals, but the stakes could not be higher. We face the 7-6 Pittsburgh Steelers versus 6-7 Miami Dolphins. The playoff implications of this game are immense.
Massive.
So it's a must win as must win can get, right?
Yes.
Miami is from the gutter to actually still in the playoff hunt. It's incredible. We were chatting the other day. August 11th, we started this show with the utmost optimism. Our first show was about the Bears, the performance against the Bears in the preseason.
Yes.
And we were so jacked up because we dominated that preseason game to where we are now. The ups and downs of a season
should have been a red flag.
are incredible. This is I haven't noticed that, but interesting.
Yeah, we haven't lost since he left.
Oh, thank you, Gator. Schedule change. We knew this one was coming. It's official. This was supposed to be a primetime game against Cincinnati. We've been saying for weeks that they definitely should flex this out.
Yeah. Yes, please.
And they did. It's a 1 p.m. game now, as expected. Nobody wants to see the 2 teams who have the smallest chance of making the playoffs go head to head.
It's going to be a hard game, man, because Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And T. Higgins.
They almost beat Buffalo in the snow in Buffalo. That was crazy. Then Josh Allen did Josh Allen things.
Yes, he did.
This is a good start. A win in the cold in December is a good start.
Are we playing Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh or at home?
Yeah, we play the next 3 away, I think. We are. Oh no, so we play in Pittsburgh and then we're home for 2 and then we're in New England.
All right, so Cincinnati's at home.
Cincinnati's at home.
Okay. Pittsburgh's going to be fucking cold. Yeah.
Cincy at home's not great for us.
It's 24 here, and I'm in Connecticut, so.
Right. Yeah, I'm freezing. I can't even take the dogs out without freezing them. All right. Listen, thank you all so much for joining us today.
Yes.
D-Dub, thanks for coming back, buddy.
Yes.
Gator, Kosa, True Blazer. Blake was here. I told you he was going to bounce. He forgot about us. He put us on, and he completely forgot about us. Jorge was here. Abel was here. Thank you all so much for joining us. Check out, if you have a YouTube channel, just let us know and we will shout you out every single show because the small channels need to help each other grow. So go check out SNJ 1966. That stands for Sports Night with Jorge. He has a fantastic show. Go give him a like, give him a subscription, and check out his content. That'll do it for us here on the 305 Gridiron. We are 4 wins deep in this Dolphins winning streak, hoping for another win against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Monday night. We are going to preview that show on Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time. And don't forget about our goal, 150 subscribers by February 11th. Last time I checked, we were at 102. Where's Jorge at? He usually knows better than me.
I got it. I updated the streamer in the bottom.
Oh, you are a
102
legend. Absolute legend. All right, looks like it's going to be 16 degrees according to Jorge in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard no for me. Thanks.
Yeah, not going to that game. Although that stadium looks pretty nice. Yeah. But thank you all for tuning in. Catch you on Wednesday. It's only 2 days away. This is the best part of the week because we get to see you Monday and Wednesday. And somehow we have to turn around this show in 24 hours. So it's a fantastic.
Hey, we're that good.
It's amazing. Love you all so much. For Josh, a.k.a. Aqua Ace, I'm Anthony Pinzone. This has been another episode of the 305 Gridiron. Until next time, fins up, baby.